so good. So, we're back out for a drive on the fire road. Yes, I drive the fire road a lot. But, you know, it's close, it's easy, and it gets me used to the bike more. We did go into town earlier today, and you can check out the video of the first highway drive and what I thought about driving on the highway with the bike. Short little video. Check it out. And now we're going to talk about gear and the importance of gear to your motorcycle hobby. You know, when I started out this time, after 25 years lapse, I had no gear, and it was something I knew I needed a helmet, and probably get gloves. Other than that, I wasn't really thinking much about what I needed for gear or what I should get for gear. And doing more research and researching, I discovered gear is important. Like, oh god, really important. And without the proper gear, you can put yourself into a situation where you can have a really, really messed up day. And, months or years of rehab, if you're lucky. And, before we were driving, when we were younger, we didn't put too much thought into gear, So we had helmets, of course. We always had to have a helmet. Couldn't drive, wouldn't drive without a helmet, even across the street kind of stuff. It's like, hey, get your helmet on. So we always had helmets, even though my first helmet was nothing more than a BMX bike helmet. It looked like a motorcycle helmet. It had that shape, but it was, get out the rut here, it was nothing more than a BMX helmet. And used that for a year or so, foolishly, until I got a real motorcycle helmet. And the only other thing we always had a pair of gloves on when we were younger, to protect your hands. It seems like your hand's the first thing that goes down, so. And really never had any major accidents when we were younger, so, I think we I don't know if we lucked out, but how we drove, we didn't drive crazy. We weren't doing jumps, and we went fast when we could, but even down here, like, this is a bad hill. I remember this hill, we'd be careful even going down this hill. But when I got back into it, I started looking and researching, and there are a lot of good video logs out there, and good people that do good work on education and educating you. And they explained and talked about the importance of gear, and it did hit home. Look at that rock! Holy smokes! So right after I got the bike, I got a helmet, of course. Needed the helmet, didn't have a helmet, and I got gloves. They were cheap off of Amazon, but they got a little bit of protection, so it's not the end of the world. And I may get better ones in the future, but for now, this is what I'm going to wear. Then I started looking at jackets. Never had a motorcycle jacket before, and so I did the research. And the importance, like when you hit and slide, and so I bought a jacket, Scorpion Influx jacket. It's a summer. I think they call it a 3-season jacket. We only really have 2 seasons here, so we probably have 3. You can probably drive, but we can't drive in the winter because it's snow. So it's not waterproof. It's a mesh jacket. Check it out online. But it has a windproof barrier liner in it, and it really does work, that windproof liner. So check it out. It's a nice jacket. It really feels light and comfortable, really comfortable. It has the shoulder pads, elbow pads. It has just a it has a back pad, but it's more foam. And I'll probably replace that with one of those D30 back pad for that protection that the D30 gives you. And it's only about $40, so probably pick that up at some point. And then I started looking at boots and the importance of boots. When we were younger, we would have worn something like sneakers. Excuse me. Oh God. Something like sneakers or steel-toe boots. And doing that, the research on riding gear, steel-toe boots are a no-no. They are more dangerous than protection that they can provide. Especially the way the steel-toe boots are designed for crushing, not for bending. And they're dangerous. So I found a pair of boots from Icon. They're a I'll say a high top sneaker style. I wanted something that I could wear, if I go into town, I could walk around with, versus 100% protection, something that your foot doesn't move, basically. Like, there are some boots that they're like stormtrooper boots, man. And the boots can run you, up to $500. But these are Icon, if you can see them, like Icon Superduty 5. They were released in November last year. They are very hard to find. I tried to get some in the local stores. They were backlogged till September, which is pretty much no good. And then I found a pair online that were also to accept one size, and lucky enough, it actually fit. So I got a pair of those. They're a nice boot, good protection, good front protection, back protection. The ankle pads are the D30 protector. So so they're good quality, and Icon makes some really nice gear. The other thing I was looking at is a pair of pants. Haven't made that purchase yet. I have to wait and see. I'm still researching those. I want something that's practical, protective, but something that you don't have to put the effort into. Like, wearing a jacket, I don't mind wearing a jacket. Jacket is just something you wear. But putting pants on and off every time you want to go for a ride, especially if you're just going to go for a 5-10 minute ride, that's not fun. Oh, look at those flowers. But that's something people don't think about, is the gear. And gear is not cheap. Like, if you're trying to get into this sport and you have nothing, you're looking at $1,000 easy. And that's not the expensive gear. That's basic gear. Good quality at a good price. You're looking at probably $1,000. If you want super quality, you can look at easily pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for gear, because some of that gear, each piece, can run you up to $1,000. Like boots alone, $500. I've seen jackets up to $1,000. Pants probably $500. I saw some $500-$600. That's a lot of money. So you got to think about that when you're getting into this hobby. If you don't account for that and buy a bike, the most expensive bike you can buy, road bed, and structures may be unsafe, use at your own risk. Okay. So when you're getting into the hobby, don't forget your gear, and consider you're looking at a minimum $1,000 to get the basic gear when you start riding. So include that into your factoring of the cost that you can buy and you can pay for your bike. You may have to go down a class or a size in order to make sure you have enough to get the gear. Don't forget the gear. And I wouldn't say that's one of the reasons why I chose this bike, and that's going to be another video of why I chose the Honda CRF 250L, where I outline the reasons why, but it did play some factor into the choosing of this bike, because I did have to get gear. And don't forget the gear. That's pretty much all I got to say, I think.